Hey guys, hope you're doing all right. This is Nate Pennington from RunDreamAchieve.com, and today's video I want to talk on this topic of the coronavirus and some of my thoughts of what's going on. I've gotten a few questions from various people on YouTube asking me about my own thoughts on it. I think that yes, it's a definitely a big issue. It's going on around the world. A lot of races have been canceled. A lot of athletes that have been preparing for their races have been really derailed because of what's going on. And I think it really comes down to, in terms of how to deal with it, is you have to just be malleable. You have to be like you are in your preparation. There's ups and downs in racing, preparing for the 5K to marathon distances. Your mindset and what you're listening to, what you're choosing to entertain in regards to the media, is really going to dictate your success, your mental health, your overall success, your long-term and short-term and long-term success when it comes to racing and preparing for your upcoming races is very, very important. I think that the media is very powerful. I think they have their role trying to decide on what is fact and what is fiction when it comes to what we hear on the media is really is tough. It's tough because there's a lot of things that's written. There's a lot of things that is being said on the news and various media outlets that it's very hard for the average person to know what is fact and what is fiction. I'm a very critical thinker. I've always been a very deep in regards to research, and I look at stats. I look mainly at evidence. So when I heard about the Boston Marathon and the London Marathon being canceled, and then various other races around the world being canceled, I started to really question what is going on. And I think I think it goes back to really focusing on what you can control, what you choose to listen to, is really going to be is going to dictate your overall mental health and your preparation for your races. I think we all have a choice in terms of what we listen to and what we choose to entertain in regards to what we listen to and what we read. You're in control of your own life in terms of your preparation, in terms of your race preparation. You can get out the door and put in the work. You schedule your races and can decide what races you want to run. But in this case, when it comes to this coronavirus or this COVID-19 that they're calling it, it is making it a stumbling block for a lot of athletes around the world trying to prepare for races. How to stay positive is to really just kind of dig into. I don't know. I find a lot of comfort and a lot of positive vibes from research and finding out what's really going on. And a lot of times, you can find a lot of positive vibes from that, and not just listening to what CNN, Fox News, NBC, ABC News, you name it, says and tells you what to believe. I think there are a lot of resources online and offline that you can go to where you can find additional information. I think that's really important. In regards to setbacks and being told that, hey, I can't run this race because of this coronavirus, COVID-19, then you have to, like I said, you have to be malleable. You have to be willing to adapt to a lot of changes, and there are a lot of changes that are going on around the world in regards to not only athletics, but every type of business. I think that athletes that are, if you were planning on running the Boston Marathon or the London Marathon, then right off the bat, your race preparation was thrown right out the door because of these decisions that are being made around the world. I think a lot of people mean well by these cancellations. Is viruses and are diseases a real threat? Absolutely. But I think there's a lot of other things that are going on that the general public are unaware of. And my own opinion really doesn't matter. I'm just one man, and I think that the opinion of millions of people and billions of people around the world is what really matters. And again, it goes back to, you have a choice of what you choose to listen to and what you choose to read. I think you need to, what you read and what you listen to, you need to take with a grain of salt and be willing to think outside the box and critically think. Again, I'm a researcher. I just spent 2 weeks in Madrid, Spain, and what I saw on ground there was totally different than what the media was saying. I was training and running and just getting out the door and walking in the streets of Madrid, and I saw thousands upon thousands of people, men and women, walking their pets, out with their children, playing with their children, just enjoying life, shopping, reading. The mindset and the culture in Europe is totally different than here in the States. So again, what you see on the news, I think, is totally not always the truth. Okay, I'm not a big conspiracy buff, but I do believe in critical thinking, and I do believe that what we see, what we read, what we listen to is not always truth. So in regards to your preparation for your races, if one of your races is canceled, just make another plan. Find another race. There's always other races around the world. It's about empowering yourself to learn and to dig in and to find out, other outlets of knowledge that you may not be really focusing on. I think you can take a lot of comfort and be empowered by studying what the masses of people aren't necessarily focusing on. And as we as athletes, people, that care about their fitness and care about their health are going to dig in and find out, they're going to do everything they possibly can to, find out what they need to do to be as prepared as they possibly can be for not only their races, but their overall general health. And that's kind of where I'm at regarding this situation that's going on around the world. I retired from competitive running, but I know that would really have pissed me off if I was preparing for, say the Boston Marathon, New York City Marathon, or any other major race, and then to find out that it was canceled after I spent months and weeks and months of, putting in heavy mileage. I was tracking, Eliud Kipchoge and Kenny Bekele competing against one another in the upcoming London Marathon that was going to be held in April. So yeah, that would have pissed me off as well. But then again, we're athletes. We react. We make changes. We're motivated. We're disciplined to get out the door and put in the work and make changes as we need. Be positive. Listen to alternative sources of media if you can. Feed your mind and surround yourself with positive people, positive content. If you're an entrepreneur such as myself, if you're interested in business, I highly recommend try starting a home-based business. Find other outlets, other resources, other things that you can do that can generate additional sources of revenue for you during this time. There's a lot of businesses, brick and mortar businesses, that are being hit right now because of what's going on as well. If you have a love for fitness and nutrition and health in general, check out a website called nutritiongeeks.com. I purchased that web property about a year and a half ago. Been working on it. It's basically my Herbalife business, and it's just something that if you're interested in, I'll leave some information below this video you can check out. if you'd like to get started with that. There's a lot of things you can do in this downtime period. You know, if you're a brick and mortar business owner, man, think outside the box. There are so many other ways to generate revenue. Start a blog or a website, put Google AdSense on. Find some other ways to stay motivated during this period of time. If you're interested in business and entrepreneurship. And again, I'll leave some resources below this video. In the description of this video, you can check out that, if you're interested and if you want to be empowered in regards to that, definitely that will help you out as well. Again, the last thing I just want to close with in regards to this video is just to maintain your health. Be as positive as you possibly can be. Read as much positive content as you can, because it's very, very easy for athletes and non-athletes alike to get carried away and to really be reading everything Yahoo and Google and other outlets are saying. It's very easy to turn on the television set and watch CNN or MSNBC or these other news outlets and to be a lot of times controlled by what you're being told. It goes back to what is fact and what is fiction. So again, surround yourself with positive people. In regards to preparation, be adaptable. If you've been planning for a race or your race has been canceled, make changes. Decide on other races. Be the athlete you've been preparing to be. You're already a successful, disciplined, focused, driven individual already. So just take those characteristics that you have, make additional plans, go and focus on other races that are here in the States or around the world, and just make changes as you need to make them. But again, what you choose to entertain in regards to your thoughts and what you read and what you hear is your choice. So that's my answer in regards to a kind of where I feel athletes need to be in regards to this coronavirus, COVID-19 issue that's going on around the world. Again, be patient with yourself, be adaptable, continue to be disciplined and focused in your preparation. Know that there's other races there that will always open up. I think this situation will eventually lessen. Continue to do what is common sense anyways. Go to the bathroom, wash your hands. If you go out to grocery shop or you do other things and you're traveling and you get back to the house, wash your hands. It's just common sense. Our bodies have a built-in capability of already fighting germs. There is common sense practices that should be followed regardless if this was going on or if it wasn't going on. So I hope this video has been helpful. It's just where my mindset's at. I haven't made a video in a while because of the travel back from Europe, and I want to make sure that my subscribers and people that visit here to the VO2 Max Tips YouTube channel, that you guys hear from me. And if you have specific questions or something that you need help with, definitely leave me a comment below this video or any of my videos. I do the very best I can to answer the visitors and subscribers. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon so when I make new videos, you'll be notified. And again, I appreciate your attention in this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.